Rococo art and architecture carry a strong sense of theatricality influenced by stage design. In theater's influence, we can see in the innovative ways of painting and decorative objects that were woven into various environments, in creating a fully immersive atmosphere. Our group decided to choose one of Jane Honor Fragonard's artwork. Now, I will share with you about this man named Jane Honor Fragonard. Fragonard's work is at once emblematic of the 18th century. He is a French painter that born on 4th April 1732 at Gracy, France, and died on 22 August 1806 at Paris, France. As we can see, the artwork piece beside the Fragonard's picture, this picture using oil painting on canvas name is Blind Man's Bluff by Fragonard in between year 1750 to 1752. Fragonard's reputation rests on his love scenes, which hold great density of meaning, and on his use of light and color to transform both subjects. Hence, surrounding environments into showcases of virtuosity that capture emotions. Fragonard's work elevates erotic symbolism that would have been comprehended by his contemporaries, finishing this in such a way that his image provided multiple intellectual layers. There are three elements of painting. First, composition and color. Second, line, shape, and contrast. Third, texture, technique, and illusionistic space.
Hello, my name is Jufanisha Nabila. Today I will discuss about composition and colors. The composition in this artwork is balanced and dynamic. Balance and dynamic is achieved through the placement object within the painting. For example, the tree on the left of the artwork mirror the tree on the right, even though the tree on the right is far from the front object. Meanwhile, the dynamic there is a house on the left. Similarly, they got a two kid figure on the left, meanwhile two grown women and man on the right. This artwork also got a focal point, which is the focal point is the artwork is the woman figure, because the woman figure painted larger than, and the position is on the middle of the painting. The artist is arranged the focal point to the tree also on the left to create a line visual movement. Also, the proximity also had on the painting, since the four figure close together show that the figure is a happy family. Also, the color is artists mostly use the natural color, since to avoid confusion towards the viewers. So there's no abstract on the art. So okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Line and shape. Curved lines soften this motion, resulting in a harmonious and elegant visual flow typical of the Rococo style. The outstretched arm of the woman form a horizontal line, further emphasized by her flowing robes. Diagonal line from the leaning man to her form the child upraised arm to the slanted branches of the tree, create a sense of dynamic movement and playful tension. Curved line in the foliage and fabric moderate. This line is to create sense of sophistication and smoothness. Thus, a dynamic circular visual flow, often characteristic of the Rococo piece, is achieved here. Shape. The organic shape, such as curved branches, flowing garments, and playful figure.
Texture, technique, and illusionistic space. The first is texture and brushwork. That is delicate impasto technique. The artist used a delicate impasto that gives the canvas a physical sense of touch. Second is material illusion, quick and spontaneous brushstroke get a beautiful illusion of soft, flowing silk on the woman's dress. And the third is striking contrast. The softness of the dress contrasts sharply against the roof, weather, bark of trees, and cool stone surface. The last is Rococo hallmark, breathing or loose brushwork technique makes the atmosphere feel light, cheerful, and full of life. Other than that, have illusionistic space. The first is atmospheric perspective. This technique is used to add a sense of depth and dimension to the background. And the third is suggesting distance. Fade, hazy blue-gray tones are applied to distant trees and cloud to suggest vast distance. The third is strategic negative space. Deep shadow under the trees create a negative space that push the main figures toward the viewer. And the last is theatrical arrangement. That clever composition make the scene feel as tough it is unfolding on a real stage right before the
Scale refers to the size of figures or objects in relation to one another, the viewer, and the surrounding space. Artists use scale to create emphasis, visual hierarchy, realism, and strong visual impact. In this image, the central figure appears larger to show its importance, while smaller figures suggest secondary roles and help create depth. The foreground elements are more detailed and larger, while the background appears smaller, guiding the viewer's attention and creating a believable sense of space with a sculptural quality. The sculptural effect relates closely to the concept of in the round versus relief. In the round sculptures are fully three-dimensional and can be viewed from all sides, such as ancient Greek statues and Michelangelo's David, while relief sculptures project from a flat background and are mainly viewed from the front. In this image, the figures appear sculptural through strong modeling and detailed drapery, creating the illusion of three-dimensional form on a two-dimensional surface. The background arrangement resembles high relief, demonstrating how the sculptural principle enhances realism in painting. Thank you.
Directionality and shape, organic versus geometric. In this Rococo painting, organic versus shape dominate the composition. We can see curved tree branch following gamins and soft human forms. These organic shapes create movement, energy, and a sense of emotional warmth. Geometric shape appears more subtly in the background, such as the stone steps, wall, then rectangular article forms. These straight lines provide structure and balance to the lively scene one. Direction is created mainly through diagonal lines the figures pass, and the slanted tree branch guide the viewer's eye across the painting, creating a playful and dynamic movement. Curved line in the fabric and foliage soften these diagonals, forming a gentle circular flow. This balance on movement and structure reflects the elegance and spontaneity of the Rococo style. Okay, that's all. I pass to the next person.
I will be discussing about my part, which is open form, texture, and material. First, open form. Open form refers to dynamic and flowing compositions that appears to extend beyond the artwork. It is closely related to organic form, which is irregular and curvilinear. James Horner, Fra Bernard Rococo paintings are clear examples, using loose and asymmetrical compositions to create movement and lightness. The next one is texture. Texture refers to the surface quality of a painting, either actual or implied. In Fra Bernard paintings, texture is mostly implied, that showing soft skin, flowing fabric, and a rough natural elements. This creates the light and elegant Rococo effect. And last one is texture. Texture refers to the surface quality of a painting, either actual or implied.
In this Rococo painting, artists use pastel color such soft pink, light yellow, pale blue, and green. This color gives the painting romantic and present for well. Cooler color in the background have a balance and vision and a depth. The suggestive color technique is used through laying painting to building shadow and dark tone. The technique makes the painting look more realistic and visually rich. We shoot the Rococo style well.
To conclude our presentation, we have chosen one of the most infamous painter during the Rococo era, which was Jean Honoré Vergnoret. The name chosen for the painting was Blind Man's Bluff. Blind Man's Bluff actually epitomizes the playful elegance and intimate sensibility that really defines the Rococo era. Through its soft pastel color of palette and fluid brush, this painting transformed a simple game into a display of charm, seduction, and social ritual. While the work appears light-hearted, its carefully constructed composition subtly exposes the artificiality and self-awareness of elite culture in 18th century in France. After we have analyzed within the wider context of the Rococo aesthetics, it becomes clear that Vergnoret was not merely recording scenes of pleasure, but actively shaping a visual language of fantasy and refinement. Blind Man's Bluff therefore stands as both a celebration for Rococo grace and a revealing window into the values and desire of the society who produced it. So that is the end for our presentation. Thank you.